Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. The Commodores will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Alabama's offense will get the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
To the ground. He's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Off play action. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is that we've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed into his decision-making.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the quick game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wants to fire on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Tide with the 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Corralled and brought down by the defense. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Freeman. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? The completion well past the sticks. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. New set of downs after that completion. He leaves it with his back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It's first down from the 11. He wants to throw. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Vanderbilt has him back and heading out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
He'll try it again. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Commodores in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground with the back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Takes the easy completion. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Coming after him. He's got an open man. They rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Buys a little extra time. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds a man in the middle. Look out, he's got room. He's loose. Touchdown Doors. What a catch and run for 6. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Finds his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabs it in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Snaps it in the shotgun. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Feeling some heat. Dances away to buy time. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to down at the 11-yard line. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He unleashes a long one. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books.
And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Alabama ready. Number 19. To it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Picks his way and gets 4 after the 27. The Commodores moving quickly to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. First down, Commodores. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Vandy. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle.
Get the first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown time. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And wings it incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got the back in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this position.
They'll go right back to it. And the ball's on the ground. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. The Commodores are on the move. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Getting some heat. Fires downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. 1st down here for the offense. Fires to the big fella. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. The 30. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on 1st down. He caught it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. On the move. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Commodores will hustle to the line. The back goes in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. A little release to the back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Up-tempo for the offense.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A 3rd and long coming up here. They give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They'll give it to the back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
The give on the counter. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He throws one to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a 2nd down play. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. What a grab and go for the score.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
What a great call on defense. Perfect coverage for what the offense had dialed up. They're able to get the pick, and now they set their offense up with an opportunity to drive the field and at least tie this one up.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down now after the sack. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
Touchdown, Commodores.
They'll throw it on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's going to pass on second down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
The air is incomplete. It leads to second down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Corner's going to give them room. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to...
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through